Before we start the video, I'd like to shout out Logo.com for sponsoring this video. They have an awesome site where you can buy a bunch of in-game currency and items, including all your favorite Rocket League items. Also, make sure you use code DILLBOBS to get an easy 6% off your orders. Check out the site, there's a link in the description. But for now, enjoy the video.
Yo, what's going on, guys? DILLBOBS here, and in this video, we're going to be taking a look at the best decals on the Fennec. A very, very favored car on Rocket League. It's blowing up, and everybody loves using the Fennec these days. So let's get into some of the best car designs on the Fennec. And a random fun fact for all you guys today is a baby swan is called a cygnet. Cool. Let's move on to the Fennec designs. Alright, let's take a look at this first one. This one is called the Fennec Ombre decal. And all I'm saying is on Rocket League, everybody loves having a sort of faded car design. And this one is perfect for it. Now, what I really like about the Ombre decal is you can get this fade sort of look without having a sort of pearlescent or anodized pearl paint finish. You can use any paint finish on this Ombre decal and you'll still get, look at that, two random paint finishes, and you still get a fade. So what this allows you to do is still get a fade sort of car design, but also tweak around with some other sort of, look at that. Look how weird that looks. It looks really weird, but it's out there. It's something a bit different, you know. And yeah, I really do like this Ombre decal. And it does in fact come painted. So some of the best things I like to put on this Ombre decal are pearlescent matte as well, or anodized pearl. So if we go to the top, anodized pearl and pearlescent look really good in combination together with this decal. And there are some really good color combinations I can show you guys. But first of all, I want to show you guys what the painted versions look like. Check this out. So this is a cobalt version, and when you paint this, as you can see, it's sort of this sort of edge, this trim that sort of gets painted there, but the fade stays there. So you can make a 3 sort of color combination car design that's got fade on it. It's awesome. This will match with a bunch of wheels as well. Oh my, look, we can change it again. Let's do crimson. Look how neat that is. That is so cool. So if you've got one color that you want to stand out, you could just get a painted version in that color. And then you have titanium white. Obviously, people are going to love titanium white. And I thought I have to show you the titanium white version if I'm going to show you the best Fennec decals. So that's the titanium white version. And oh my, as you can see, it really does stand out. And you can probably see why this is on my list. So I'm going to get rid of the painted version and just show you some little color combinations here. So I really like this color combination. And it's a bit out there, but the reason I like this one is because it reminds me of the CSGO fade sort of skin. And these colors are sort of on there a bit as well. So they look really good. So using sort of a orangey brown and then a really light blue accent, it looks so cool. But again, with the primary, you can also go for things like this color combination, sort of the blue and orange as well, but in the other way around. It looks really, really good. Honestly, you can just tweak around with this as much as you want and make some really cool designs. Like, look, we've got purple and pink. And yeah, I could honestly spend all day on this, but we have some other designs to take a look at. So that is the Ombre decal for the Fennec. And I'm sure if you guys haven't seen that before, now you're going to want to get your hands on it. Now, next up, I've chose the Distortion decal. Now, the reason I've actually chose the Distortion decal is because, I mean, look at it. But also, it's a bit different from the other distortions. Not really, like it's still the same, but I feel like because the Fennec is such a big car with such a large surface area, you get to see a lot more of the distortion sort of design and animation than you would, for example, in the Octane. Like, look how crazy this is. I don't remember distortion being this crazy on the Octane. Look how many little particles are coming off it. I really like this bit in particular. Look at that big open part on the car. Look at the spikes sort of coming out. And then the top as well. This sort of corner here is mayhem. Like, look how much is going on there. So honestly, for that reason, I really do like the Distortion decal for the Fennec. And I'm sure you guys, you know, I think a lot of new players really like using Distortion as well. Because I always see new players using Distortion. But Distortion only allows for one color change for you guys who aren't aware. And then the other color is automatically black. So if we change around these colors, look, there are some nice ones. I do like using some of the dark colors as well. It does look quite clean. And then obviously I'll show you some of the reds and the oranges and the yellows right here. They are really nice. And if you get yourself a pair of funky wheels, for example, well, I don't really know actually what wheels would go with this. There are a lot of wheels out there and I can't just name one on the spot. But there's a bunch of wheels that you just get the same color as your primary color and they'd match beautifully. Or like I've done here, just use some regular sort of black wheels that you can find. And yeah, your distortion decal looks super clean. And well, I say super clean, but it does look extremely messy at the same time. It's sort of a hybrid. But yeah, I think people who want a sort of simplistic but not basic car design would definitely enjoy using this one. Alright guys, you know this one is one of my favorites. This is the Huntress decal for the Fennec. Now the Huntress decal is loved by so many people, and it's not only for the Fennec, it's for a bunch of cars. But it's not a universal decal, don't think that. It is a specific Fennec decal, but there are other cars that also have the Huntress decal, and everybody seems to love them. And as you can see, the car design I've made here does look insane. Like, I actually love this car design. As you can see, it goes perfectly with infiniums or any sort of infinite looking wheels, or not. It could go with anything really. And the reason I really do like the Huntress decal is because it is just so awesome. Like, it's like mostly black, which is, you know, something you don't normally get with Rocket League cars. Similar to with the Distortion as well. You know, that one's mostly black, and you know, we enjoy using that. And also just the way you can match the colors with so many different wheels. Literally any sort of infinite style wheel will go perfect with this. I mean, just look how well these infiniums go with the Huntress decal. And yeah, as you can see, you can change the color a bunch. Like, look at the purple there. That looks so cool. And then the accent color will change these sort of extras. And if you make the accent color black, just so you guys know, you can get rid of those if you want to. So if you only want one color or just a more simpler version of the Huntress, then you just want to set your accent to black. But yeah, that is the Huntress decal, and I really do like it. It looks so cool. And as you can see, we got the red and the blue, both looking perfect. I really do love this car design. And more importantly, we love the Fennec Huntress decal. Alright, I cannot forget the Yorbans decal. The Fennec Yorbans decal is really cool, and the reason I like it the most is when it comes down to it, because of the painted versions. But as you can see, the Yorbans decal is very simplistic. There's a few little lines on here, sort of 3 lines going down the car, and then there's 4 here actually, so it's quite funky. But most of the car is quite plain, and then yeah, you can sort of choose different paint finishes and sort of make this look really nice. So what I've done here is chose pearlescent matte as my primary, just so the colors sort of blend, and then anodized pearl as the accent, just so these stripes have a bit of shine to them. But like I said, you can sort of change this to anything. Like, look at that, the carbon fiber one actually looks really good. And sort of camo, that looks really cool actually. Honestly, these are quite cool. But what I really like about the Yorbans decal is, if you can see, the way the Yorbans decal works is it takes your accent color and it makes sort of a gradient between your accent color and your primary color. I don't know if you guys can tell there, but this one goes from sort of pink to purple. This one goes from black to orange, which makes sense. It goes from the accent color to the primary color. But what gets even more funky is when you change the painted versions. Just have a look. So we've changed this one to orange, and as you can see now, it doesn't change to the primary color, but the sort of stripes now fade into the paint finish. So now you can have 3 sort of colors on your car. You can have your primary color as your body, and then you can have the stripes fade between the accent and the paint. So this one I really like. I really like having this pink and the orange combination. I don't know why, but I just love it. And obviously, if I have an orange Fennec, this would probably look even more cooler. But as you can see, that's how the Yorbans decal works. As you change the paint color, it changes the way the stripes fade. And this can be done in all sorts of ways to make some crazy car designs. Like, you'll really have to just go in and take a look yourself for some of it. So yeah, it'll be really hard to sort of show all these decals in their best way, because some car designs are probably yet to be made yet. Like, you could be the one to make a brand new, completely original car design that, you know, no one else has seen, and it just blows people away. So I advise you guys, if you do like the look of any of these decals, go for it. Go and get them and make some car designs. I'm sure most of these decals are, you know, really cheap anyway, so you'll be able to get your hands on them. I'm sure you can do it. But yeah, that is the Yorbans decal. Alright, this one is the RLCS X decal, and this was a RLCS fan reward that you can get right now if you do watch the esports live streams on Rocket League on Twitch by connecting your account to the fan rewards site. But as you can see, this is a super clean decal, and you can see why it's a fan reward. I mean, just look at it. It's super clean. I'm using anodized pearl on it right now, but the blue and black combination, or just any combination with this decal, looks really slick. And the painted versions do look really good as well. But as you can see, look at that. Look how nice that is. So yeah, the decal is just a really clean look. Sort of, you have your accent color along the windows and along the top there, and you have that really, really bold stripe there that says RLCS in the middle of it. So those are two really nice anodized versions of this sort of decal, and honestly, yeah, I really do like the look of them. As you can see, when you change the painted color, what it does, it changes a lot of it. So when we chose orange here, it changed sort of the massive bold stripe, it changed the spike at the front, it changed sort of the trim around the window, and then the accent color, which was black, also stayed in some areas sort of around those painted versions. So again, you can use this to make three-way color combinations, which is awesome. And yeah, I really like that the painted version does change a lot of the car, because it does look really, really snazzy. Obviously this one, it doesn't really take a perfect effect on, because our car's already orange, so that looks a bit weird. But as you can see, guys, that is the RLCS X decal. Honestly, it's a really awesome fan reward. I really do like it. It's so clean. And if you do have anodized, take a look. It looks really, really good with anodized. But obviously, you can mess around with the paint finishes all day long. Alright, now we have the Edge Burst decal. Now this decal has been around for some time and people like it. It's a Fennec decal, and we always seem to get with the Fennec decals these cool different paint finishes and these cool different sort of fade effects. So when I customize car, I can change the paint finishes around, but as you can see, it's just a rare decal. And it does look really, really clean. And here I've used purple and green, but like I said, there's endless combinations you could use here. For example, pink and black. Wow, okay. I forgot I even made this design, if I'm honest. This looks so cool. So, what you see sort of going on with this decal is, you see, I'm going to try and show it the best way I can. So we'll use sort of an orange there. So as you can see, on the decal, we have just a really large area of the car painted. I really like this sort of back area of the car, which is going to be completely covered in your accent color, which is really, really awesome. But then on the front of the car, it's really difficult to show with the anodized. I'm going to change anodized to like sort of a... See if we can change it to like a matte color maybe. There we go. That's a bit better. So as you can see, on the front here, we have this sort of bursting effect, which is awesome. But in those sort of triangular areas, the color's not completely filled. It's sort of fading. So you can see the sort of pink color coming out at the bottom, and then it fades to a sort of less... It's sort of a translucent orange color there. So you do get that cool sort of fade effect, which when you use the right sort of paint finishes and the right color combinations, you can get a really nice look. Now, I don't know if you guys like this color combination, but purple and green sort of Joker look, I really like it. And yeah, that is the Edge Burst decal, which is a rare decal that has this cool sort of addition to it, this sort of effect on the front, which we've not seen in any other decals really. So I do like it, and I just love how much of the car is actually colored in the accent color back there. Because what you find with most rare decals is they don't really fill up much of the car. Like, most of the car is just the primary color, and then there's just a little bit of accent in there. So we do have a really nice rare decal design there, which I really do like. And then, guys, of course, we have to put it in. It's the stripes decal for the Fennec. The stripes decal for most cars is a classic. It's super clean. The decal for the Fennec has these two stripes, but obviously the Fennec is a beefy car, so the stripes themselves are huge. And at the back and the front there, they sort of go outwards a little bit, which is really, really awesome. So as you can see, what I sort of advise for the stripes decal is to just use a standard blue or orange, because those are just classic Rocket League colors. But like I said, you can sort of change it to anything you want. And then the accent, I always use a black when I'm using stripes, because it is just sort of how it goes. I mean, you can change it to anything you want. Like, if I use a cobalt there, orange and blue is a put. Like, I love the color combination orange and blue. But yeah, I still always go with the black. And then normally what I like to do is use glossy, or I can use anodized pearl on the main primary color there. If you do have anodized or anodized pearl, you know, you might want to look into using that for this one, because it is super clean. But yeah, as you can see, the stripes decal, I feel like if you guys you know, didn't give stripes enough love, now you can really see that the stripes decal is super, super clean on literally any of the cars. So that is another one of the decals for the Fennec. And guys, I just want to say one of the best decals for the Fennec is in fact no decal whatsoever. Look at this. No decal, and then go over to your paint finish and choose a pearl sort of paint finish, or anodized pearl or pearlescent matte. If I go over to pearlescent matte now, or pearlescent, honestly, either one of these, I'm going to go with pearlescent there. And if we can scroll down on this one as well, all the way down to pearlescent, look at that. No decal on the Fennec, still looks extremely fancy. All you need is to use a pearlescent paint finish. Look at that. So obviously, is that a bit of a cheat in this video? Maybe, but I want to just show you guys that some of the cleanest car designs do actually come when you don't use a decal whatsoever. And that is sort of a fade car design that you get here. So if you use something like anodized pearl, pearlescent matte, those paint finishers are really, really good for making a no decal car design. So there you go, guys. That is it for this video. And a little add-on for the end of the video. If you didn't already know, you see the wheels on my car right now. Well, if I change the primary color on my car, these wheels change. Now, you're probably wondering what on earth these wheels are. Well, these are brand new Series 2 items on Rocket League, and they change with the primary color on your car. Like, look at this. Now, these are a painted version of them, but I showcased all painted versions in a video recently on my channel, and I showcased these wheels when they were in the item shop yesterday. So if you want to go and look at a brand new wheel that you probably had no idea about, then click the little card that you see on your screen right now. But anyway, guys, that is it for the video. I will see you in the next one. Subscribe if you're new, and request what cars you want to see the best decals for next. But I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.